Admittedly, a bit demoralized, so we're going to make this opening segment short. Concern number one. Yes, I'm starting with concerns this time because reasons I don't really feel like explaining myself here. Fear as prophecy. It really does feel like every time I'm scared of something happening, even the suspicion of something happening basically guarantees that it will happen. There is no fate, it's just like my lack of confidence itself is what engineers these outcomes, and frankly, I'm sick of it, but what can you do? It's not like confidence alone will fix it. So, the last video, as you can tell, because that's what these concerns are usually about, the state of the channel, did okay. It made more than 100 views, which was good, in less than 24 hours, which is better. A small amount of likes, currently 6 or so comments, which really means 4, because 2 of those were mine. And otherwise, average stats. The problem is, it hasn't earned me any subscribers, which is, as you can guess, severely demoralizing. You want to help me with that? I would heavily appreciate it, but yeah, I am begging. Which leads me to concern number 2, do better. How? I don't know. I'm not really sure how I could do better. I mean, I guess I could go faster, try to show more progress overall, but that doesn't really feel like a solution here, and I'm hiding my face again. Face. Maybe that's part of the issue. Part of it's an image problem. As in, there isn't enough images, not enough editing. I need to sharpen my skills more, maybe. I'm working pretty hard on the music as is. Hope you liked the last tune. I know it ain't anything great, but I just want something simple and unintrusive. Long as I accomplish that goal, everything is fine. Wow, that's an old fashioned cave sound. Gosh dang. Anyway, enough of that. Moving on to the tasks. Enough of this pity party. Task number 1, simple as always. Dig deeper. There's a hidden subtask here, which is to seal off the remaining caves. Not sure I'll be able to do that this video. I'll try my best, of course, but ultimately, downward progress is rather limited. But hey, we're still making progress all the same, and bedrock is only, I don't know, 100 blocks deeper. We'll get there eventually. And task number 2, the obvious thing, connect the lower hallways to the upper walkway. I did consider remaking the upper walkway into its own structure, so that it's completely enclosed, if for no other reason than to keep wandering traders from uh, spawning up there and then immediately losing their llamas. But honestly, it is kind of funny, and I don't really have any other better ideas for it, since to shift it to a preferred structure, I would have to rework the palette, because the birch is strictly for temporary structures. I don't want to use that anywhere that matters. So I would have to tear it down completely if I wanted to build something else up there. So, not in the mood to do that. We're just gonna connect them up properly, probably put some trapdoors up there to seal them off, and that'll be that. And honestly, that is probably necessary, because while rare, pillagers do spawn there too sometimes. despite the fact that it should be more than well lit enough. Alright, that said, enough dawdling, let's get on with it. Hello. Oh, I decided to do some mining because there was a partially damaged pickaxe in my inventory and I wanted to start fresh when I did get down to digging. Ooh, more iron. Hello, is that a block of... Okay, gotta deal with this first. That is a block of raw iron. Just gotta clear out the space around it first. And more diamonds, nice. Another diamond. This is turning out to be a very good mining trip indeed. Shame about the lack of coal, but I expected that. Oh, and apparently a zombie dropped a potato. Neat. Back to it. More diamonds. Now that's a proper restock. And I already took some iron for pickaxes. Alright, let's get things sorted and then get going. Well, it's a shame, but I finally dug up every available budding amethyst node. So from now on, no more amethyst unless I get lucky and dig up another. But if I do, it'll be gone soon after because of how close I am to excavating the geode wholesale. So really, I shouldn't expect any more until I find another geode somewhere, whether it's deeper down or somewhere else entirely. I was originally just going to make more iron pickaxes, but frankly, I have the diamonds. Let's spend some. Might have to replace the anvil when I'm done, but we'll see if that's necessary. Now this is my first time properly enchanting something, so let's try to do this right. First up, Fortune 3, Unbreaking 3. Oh, wait. I think you're meant to combine the books first. Okay, so I want Fortune 3 and Unbreaking 3. Actually, wait. Let's get Efficiency 5 first. Yeah, that works. Alright, so Efficiency 5. And I'm really lucky I managed to get this book with both Fortune 3 and Unbreaking 3. Switching them? Yeah, switching them actually does dramatically affect the cost. Fortune, Efficiency, Unbreaking, and you can't forget the most important one of all, Mending. Double check. Yeah. Alright, shame about the piercing and blast protection and power going to waste, but that's one stacked pickaxe. Now as for this second one, this is more for an emergency situation. It doesn't need to be stacked, but I do want it to have this standard. So that'll be Unbreaking, Silk Touch, Mending. It doesn't need efficiency. If anything, efficiency would actually hurt here. Because when I want silk touch, I want to be careful. That is the cheapest, right? Yeah, it was the cheapest. But now I don't actually have the experience to put it on. Dang, enchanting is actually really expensive when it comes to levels. I'll have to figure that out. How can I get, like, 11 levels in a hurry? Because I don't want to go mining without it now. Oh, it's nighttime. I'm not making a diamond sword, but I suppose I could spare some iron for it. Alright, let's make some terrible mistakes. Alright, voiceover time. So you're gonna notice a couple of things right off the bat. First up, barring the miracle, which, let's face it, isn't going to be happening by now, this video has gone up on Saturday instead of Friday. Truthfully, there wasn't any problem here that I couldn't have avoided. If I really wanted to be able to, I would have been able to get this video out on Friday, but several mental hang-ups caused unfortunate delays, so that, I wouldn't say put a stop to the process, obviously, because this video is still coming out, but it did delay some things. For that, I can only apologize. Second thing you'll notice is that there was no preview segment for this video. That is because while I didn't have the idea at the start of the video, so I couldn't have the opportunity to act on it, I have decided that, with the advice of a friend, that I will handle things a bit differently. Again though, this advice came too late for me to change anything about the video itself, but it did inspire me to start working on the framework that will eventually turn into, or that will eventually turn into, the video that's coming up after this one. None of these changes are particularly obvious at the time being. As of the time being, you won't notice anything really off about the video itself, other than, of course, no preview segment like I normally do. But needless to say, that will look different from now on, if it keeps showing up at all. So to preface everything that I'm going to say, after the quote-unquote failure of the last video, which didn't really fail at all, it just failed to get me any subscribers, which of course is the most important thing, but overall it did still do well in almost every other category. But of course, when you fail your main objective, you can't really say that getting all the side quests done wins you the game, right? But after that, I've had a bit of a mindset change. The advice of this friend was part of it, but overall, I do think this was coming for a while. To put it really simply, I've decided that I am trying too hard. To put it in a more... I'm not sure what the word is. To shine more light on the matter and to elaborate a bit. It's not that I'm trying too hard, it's that I'm putting too much importance on the actual effort that goes into these videos. And ultimately what this means is that I need to think about things differently. It's not that I should stop trying as hard or that I should stop doing new things. It's just that I should stop worrying about it as much. Because worrying, rushing, crunching never does me any good. I've done it too many times in the past for little to no result. I should know this. And yet, stress, anxiety, and other negative things of that nature push me to try it anyway. I'd say inspire, but obviously inspiration shouldn't be really associated with such negative things. So, what comes next? A bit hard to say, especially in a contextual manner, because admittedly a lot of these are rather spur of the moment. Of course, I do still have plans. That's what the intro tasks are for, to make sure that I don't completely waste time wandering around accomplishing nothing in particular. But moment to moment, a lot of it are basically the whims of fate, and of course, my own fancy. But I have decided to focus my efforts there, on the intro, and what I try to accomplish there. For the most part, and what I'm sad to see, but I'm not in the slightest surprised by, a lot of the people that end up watching my videos tend to click off before the intro is even done. And to be fair, I can't entirely blame them. I rarely get to the point quickly, and I do tend to ramble. Ramble. What a silly word. Like Moxie, but now I'm getting sidetracked, and I'm doing it to myself. So I've decided to retool it, so to speak. I'm already going as far as to record previews here. I didn't for this video, but that's because I was both delayed in certain things and also decided to step back to really examine it. And I decided that what I should do is that I should really crunch down that intro to be much shorter. I should focus less on overall concerns, which are long-term issues, if not cut them out entirely, and focus more on the tasks alone, with previews of me giving focuses on specific tasks, or focusing on specific tasks. How that will manifest, so to speak, is a bit tricky to say. I have an idea, but how practical it is, or how effective that will turn out, I won't know for sure until I actually do it. Anyway, wrapping this up here, but there will be another voiceover section in a small while. Somehow didn't die, Managed to knock out more than half of my sword's durability. And I did get the levels I needed. Just enough, too. Well, a little bit extra, not thanks to that last zombie. But still, terrible idea. Went about the best way that I could ever expect it to. Alright, let's enchant this last pickaxe. I had to remember for a second that fortune and mending were mutually exclusive. Alright, let's put the rest of this away and then get on with things again. Alright, until netherite came into being, this pickaxe I have here in my hand is the best of the best. Let's see how it treats us. Very respectable indeed. Alright, nothing for it. Or everything for it, considering how much I had to put into it. So many books, picked up over how many hours, days really, and all that experience. Granted, I would have had more had I made that keep inventory decision at the start, but I'm happy for it now. Alright, that's enough feeling sentimental. Let's get on with it. It only occurs to me now that I've been deciding when to go back up, depending on how many of my pickaxes break. And needless to say, since if this one breaks, I have done something very wrong and very wasteful, only to come up with a new timing for that. Or heck, maybe I'll just do it when my inventory is full. That is what the bundles are for, after all. And look at that. With that, we're back to more than a full stack of iron blocks. I should have done this ages ago. Though, of course, while this is magnificent, it still got knocked down to half durability after, granted, a full layer and then some. So, I reckon it's time to fix it. And I'm gonna fix it the best way I know how. And heck, I was running low on food anyway. I'm down to my salmon. Oops. Make some space. There we go. Managed to pick up another mending book. Nothing else really worth noting, though. Time to cook up all the fish. Wait a second, I think I recognize this place. I don't think this will be enough glass. How many did I need for the towers? I think it was like just shy of 2 stacks, and this is wider. Granted, not all of that wideness equals more glass, but I'll need to think about this more. This, though, is tricky. Because unlike the rest of it, I can't just decide to continue the pattern, because I deliberately made this bigger so that it could serve as a bit of a hub, so that there could be more room, more connection. But if I just decided to bring it straight up, bring all the glass up, and just continue the stone straight up as well, then it would be too much stone to not enough glass. But I can't just extend it either, can I? Can I? Maybe so, actually. Let me make this clear. I do not have any eye for aesthetics. In that, I am, at best, an amateur, at worst, completely talentless. But what I do have is my own judgment. That and a commitment to fixing mistakes. I now have something that will allow me to fix mistakes. So, let's commit to making some. Originally, I was going to talk more during the second voiceover. Hi, welcome to the second voiceover, in case that wasn't obvious. But I decided that I didn't really have anything to say. I mean, sure, if I allowed myself to ramble, there's plenty I could talk about. Fears for the future, my own anxieties, what I'm doing, how I could be doing better, what I'm failing at, what I need to work on, all of that. But ultimately, I decided not to. I have decided to turn this building segment into, I guess, a pseudo ASMR thing, plus whatever music I managed to concoct in the meantime. I hope you enjoy. Though, if you are here for my rambling, do please say so in the comments below, or tell me if this is more your preference. That said, I hope you enjoy. You'll know when this bit is over, believe me. Hmm. I don't think it's bad, but it's definitely missing something. Maybe I went overboard with the glass? Maybe I should have put some wood in it, like I did for the other towers. I don't know, I just feel like this is missing something that the corner towers naturally have. I mean, it suits my purposes, but this will definitely need a redo. I think where I went wrong for the most part is that for this tower, I decided to build it more like I would build a hallway instead of how I would build a tower, like I did with those. But of course, when I first built those towers, the hallway wasn't really a thing at that time. Something to think about for sure. But for now, I definitely don't have time for anything else, and that did take up like 3 stacks and then a little bit more of glass, I wanna say. So, definitely gonna need to stockpile more of that. You never stop needing glass, I'll tell you that much. And I don't think panes are the solution. I want this to be full blocks, at least for the most part. Can't forget my fishing rod. And I didn't even put everything away. Fair. Well, if nothing else, this at least accomplishes the main task. This part of the tunnel is now completely safe. I'm just not yet happy with how it looks. Yep. Unless I fish up something truly interesting, we're just skipping this part until I say goodnight, so to speak. So, see you then. Time to hug all my golems goodbye. Bon. Kurt. Kurt. Don. Billy and Dolly. As per usual, or how I should say, starting from now, anything that I forgot to cover will be handled by editing guy, but I should mention that this video might be different because a friend gave me ideas. So we'll see how those pan out. You'll know if they were put into place, if you've gotten this far, of course. That said, thank you all for watching, especially those of you who got this far. Like the video, subscribe, and if you're feeling up to it, go ahead and comment. That said, see you all in another couple of weeks, and do take care of yourselves in the meantime. See ya.